Morning, everybody. You're very welcome to our presentation on Dynamics 365 and Sales Navigator. My name is John Roddy. We're going to kick off now. We have half an hour. So what I would like to do is, first of all, introduce obviously myself. I'm the commercial director here at Codec, and Katrina Hutchin, who is our Dynamics 365 pre-sales consultant at Codec. So Katrina will be driving most of the presentation, but I just wanted to do some positioning slides firstly on Codec. So before I do that, just by way of an agenda, I'm going to give a very, very brief overview of Codec. Then I'm going to hand over to Katrina, who's going to talk about Sales Navigator for Microsoft D365. We're going to have a demonstration of the product. We're going to show some additional functionality, a quick review on licensing, and also a Q&A session, and close off with next steps. So from my point of view, just a quick look at Codec DSS. So we were established in Dublin in 1985. We're headquartered here. We have offices in Galway, Belfast, and Cork. We have an office in London. We've also offices in Cologne in Germany and Warsaw in Poland. Revenues in excess of 25 million. Our headcount is over 210, and we're an award-winning Microsoft practice. So recently we were awarded the Microsoft Country Partner of the Year, and that's the second year in a row, and indeed the third time in 4 years that we've been given that award. It's a really great recommendation from Microsoft in terms of us being the partner of choice on the island of Ireland from a Microsoft strategy point of view across all of their product sets. But I suppose more relevant for today is we've also been awarded this year the Dynamics Partner of the Year, and that we've won that award now for the last 4 years in a row, and indeed 6 out of the last 7 years. And that's in recognition of our large Microsoft practice. It's actually the largest private practice in Western Europe, with over 100 consultants. And we've also, this year as well, we did the treble. We also won the Data Transformation Partner of the Year for our efforts around cloud and digital transformation projects. We've amassed a lot of knowledge over the last 33 years across various different sectors. Hopefully you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, banking, finance, retail, right through to public sector, commercial, private, food and beverages and manufacturing. So across that 33 years, we've amassed quite a lot of knowledge around various different sectors as well, which we're able to bring to bear on projects. Before I hand over to Kat, one of the things I just wanted to say is around the product itself. So the product itself, Nucleus and Microsoft conducted a survey, and they reckon that using this product in conjunction with Microsoft D365 increases sales productivity by 15%. And what's really cool about the product from my point of view is that it taps into almost 500 million users and helps sellers like us all build really strong relationships with the right people, enables us to gain insights and also engage at scale with our customers as well. But most importantly, it gives us the ability to discover who the buyers are and find the best path to each buyer. So with that, I'll hand over to Mairead to give us the overview of the product and a presentation. Or, sorry, Kat, over to you. Sorry.
Okay, so hi everyone, wherever you're listening in from. My name is Katrina Hutchin, as John introduced me there a couple of minutes ago. So really what I'm going to do now is take you through some slides before taking you through a live demonstration of what it actually looks like within Dynamics 365. So in terms of an overview, LinkedIn gives you a two-step integration, and the purpose for it is to save time because everything is centralized in the one screen. You're able to save your time, and it also increases the adoption of social selling. So in terms of the two-step integration, what you get within Dynamics 365 is step one, which is the CRM widget. So within the widget, you're able to see LinkedIn profile and company pages into your Dynamics 365 application. So you'll be able to see it on your different entities within Dynamics, so accounts, contacts, opportunities, and leads. In terms of step two, it's the CRM synchronization. So what that does is within your Sales Navigator, you can write back into your Dynamics any emails, notes, and phone calls by simply one click. It also automatically reads any contacts or companies that you have in Dynamics into your Sales Navigator. So that's an important thing to note. It's not that everyone that's in your Sales Navigator is loaded into your Dynamics. It's the other way around. So if you have a contact that's in Dynamics or an account that's in Dynamics, if you go into your Sales Navigator, you'll be able to view that it is in your Dynamics by simply looking at the blue box that says in CRM. And it also reads any open opportunities from your Dynamics. Here's what the widget looks like ahead of our live demo. So in this screenshot here, we have an open opportunity using the example of 4G enabled tablets. Down at the bottom there, you can see the LinkedIn member profile. So in this example, we have a LinkedIn member, Anna Garcia, who's the head of consumer team and director of technology at Fresh Solar. On the right-hand side, there's different tabs within the LinkedIn member profile, such as your icebreakers, get introduced, and related leads. So when I'm doing the demo, we'll be talking about those particular tabs and what they actually mean. This is the account profile widget. So the previous screenshot showed you the contact and lead profile, what it looked like. And this screenshot here shows you the account profile. So in this example, we're still on the same opportunity for 4G enabled tablets, but down below it's the LinkedIn account profile, which is Vento Phase. And again, located are three tabs there, 1, 2, and 3, recommended leads, connections, and news. And again, we'll go through exactly what they mean when we're going through the demo. So that was step one of the integration, which was the widget functionality. Step two is the synchronization. So with CRM synchronization, what you can do is you can log sales activity to and from your Dynamics 365 with one simple click, so you can focus on what matters most. So here on the lower screenshot, we have a circle around a note. And here what we can do is we can add a note about a particular contact within Sales Navigator and copy that to our CRM with simply checking the box and the save button. We can automatically, as well as notes, log emails, messages, and phone calls all directly into your Dynamics 365 with a simple click. As well as that, the top screenshot shows a particular lead that we have that's saved within our Sales Navigator, and we know that they're in CRM by the fact that there's a blue box and writing that says in CRM. So what it can do is basically automatically import accounts, contacts, and leads from that your team's actually working on directly from Dynamics 365. So now we get to the exciting part, which is the demonstration. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator for Microsoft Dynamics, it is designed to create a seamless experience between Sales Navigator and your Microsoft Dynamics. And the purpose of it is to save your employees valuable time and ensure the most relevant sales activities are properly captured in CRM. It is an incredible tool for sellers, as users can do all their social selling without ever having to leave CRM. So in terms of the demo, we're going to firstly look at the widget that we went through on the slide deck, and secondly, the synchronization. So the Sales Navigator widget is your window into the maximum power of social selling without ever having to leave CRM. So there's two widgets as we've gone through, the profile widget and the account widget. And what I want to quickly show now is where these widgets sit within your Dynamics application. So firstly, we're going to look at account. So I've got Codex set up as an account within my Microsoft Dynamics. And here, for anyone that's familiar with Dynamics, this should look the same. This is an account form with all the details there, such as the summary of the account, the contacts, any opportunities that are associated in the account. The only difference is if you scroll down on the account form, it'll bring you up the LinkedIn company profile. So we're not going to go into the detail yet. We're just going to have a look quickly at where these widgets sit. So this is where it sits on the account. It's also available on the contact. So if we select a contact, again, the form will be exactly the same as you have within your Dynamics at the minute. So this has got a summary information of the contact. But if you scroll on down, here it will give the LinkedIn member profile. So my contact here is John Malloy, and we've got a LinkedIn member profile. And if I scroll on down for this contact, I also have the LinkedIn company profile detail. The widgets are also available on the opportunity entity. So if I select an opportunity called CRM opportunity and open up the form, again, hopefully the form will look familiar to anyone that's looking at the screen now. So it is the actual opportunity form, with the only difference being if you scroll on down the form, you'll be able to have the LinkedIn profile member that's associated with the opportunity. In this example, it's Brian Island, and the company that's also associated with the opportunity. And lastly, it's available in the lead form. So I'm going to select Mairead Brown as a lead and open up the lead form here. And like the previous forms, if I scroll on down, the LinkedIn member profile will be located here and the company profile below. So it's at this point here that I actually want to go into detail on the LinkedIn member profile and the company profile. So using the example of Mairead Brown, the interface for your lead is the same. It just has the added widgets of the member profile and the company profile located at the bottom of the page. In the member profile frame, you will see the LinkedIn profile information. So here you're able to see a photograph of the person. You're able to see their current role, the company that they are associated with. And if you place your mouse over the blue hyperlink, you're able to get a snippet of information about that company. You can also then decide to click in to the profile. If you click this, it'll bring you into Sales Navigator, and you'll be able to view the information further. There's an ellipsis button, which is the three dots located to the right of the profile. So here the functionality you have is that you can actually choose to unsave the person. You can message them. So if you decide to message them, it'll open up Sales Navigator. You'll be able to send them a message. And of course, via the synchronization, it'll be synchronized into Dynamics 365 and it'll appear under the activities as an email. Or perhaps it's not the right person. So if you choose that, it'll bring you back to a search and then you can match exactly the correct person. So in terms of the tabs that we have for the LinkedIn member profile, there are 3 in total. The first one is icebreakers, get introduced, and related leads. So icebreakers bring insights about your leads, including commonalities you share to help you prepare for telephone calls. It also gives you recent activity, which includes shared and published articles, mentions in the news, and job changes, which are all great talking points to start a conversation. Icebreakers give you advice on how you connect to that person and make a more personal relationship. So here, if I wanted to see the article that Mairead had shared recently on LinkedIn or Sales Navigator, you just simply click the link and it'll open up the picture. The next tab along is Get Introduced, which introduces the best ways to get introduced to your prospects. It shows the mutual connections and allows for an introduction to that person. So before you have a call with this person, it's a good idea maybe to look at the Get Introduced tab to try and understand, do I know someone that is in common, or I can find the mutual contacts and find a route to get introduced. There's also a team link feature, which is unique to Sales Navigator and helps you leverage your company's networks. And you can also ask for an introduction directly from the widget by simply clicking this button. The last tab in the LinkedIn profile is the related leads. So you can review your personal recommendations through the related leads. And this lead list is based on your sales preferences that's located within LinkedIn or Sales Navigator. You can also save leads here directly into your Sales Navigator. So if you were to click the link here, it would save it. And then you'd be able to view it within your LinkedIn and Sales Navigator application. You can also click out through the widget to see the full profile of the lead, which enables you to focus on your prospecting activities. So located further on down is the LinkedIn company profile information. Sales Navigator widget works directly on your accounts and brings LinkedIn company information and information on your recommended leads, connections, and news. So like previously, on the left-hand side, you have information about the company that you're viewing. So in our example, it is Codec Ireland. Here, you're able to see that it's an information technology and services company with between 200 and 500 employees. Again, to have a look at the account in LinkedIn or Sales Navigator, you can simply click the view account and that will bring you into the application. In terms of the tabs here that are within the LinkedIn company profile, you can click the recommended leads, which shows the recommended potential leads for this company, and saving them from the widget allows you to build out and map target accounts. We also have connections, which is the middle tab, and this shows the best LinkedIn connections for this company. It surfaces more ways to get introduced and start building relationships. So in this example, I'm able to see the first degree connections, the second degree connections, and so forth. And in terms of news, to have richer conversations, you can utilize your prospect company with the news tab. It shows all the recent news for this company. So perhaps before you call on a customer, you need to check the account news to see the latest information. For example, it may be a product release that you should be aware of and know what the company is doing. So that is step one of the integration between Dynamics 365 and Sales Navigator, which is the widgets. The second step is synchronization. So for this point, I need to go into Sales Navigator. So here I am in LinkedIn. So to log into Sales Navigator, there's an icon along the top. So if you click this icon, it takes you directly into the Sales Navigator application. So within Sales Navigator, you've got a home page. So any accounts or leads that you've saved, just like you would have on your regular LinkedIn, any posts would appear on this home page, any information that you should be aware of. In terms of lists, you can have saved leads and saved accounts. So when I showed you in the widget where you can save to, any accounts or contacts or leads into Sales Navigator, this is exactly where they would appear. In terms of the synchronization, I know that I have this contact within Dynamics 365 because the blue icon has now appeared in CRM. So here we'll show a list. This list is the same for accounts. So any accounts that I have saved within Dynamics 365 will appear here. And I know that I will have saved them because it's got the in CRM blue box. So in terms of the synchronization of write back, you can write back notes and you can also write back any emails or in-mails. So to do that, I can click on a particular contact here. and I can add a note against that contact just by clicking the add note. Now, if I wasn't to check the copy to CRM, it wouldn't synchronize in. So in order to synchronize it into CRM, you simply click the button here and it turns blue and you click save. So what that will automatically do for my lead within Dynamics is it'll add a note. So if I go back here into leads and I click on my particular lead for Maria Brown and navigate to the Notes tab, the note here has appeared from Sales Navigator, saved to CRM. Okay, so other functionality that you should be aware of within Sales Navigator that may be useful is the advanced lead and company search. So what this does is it helps you to find the right people and companies with a search. So to do that, you just simply navigate to your Sales Navigator and click on the advanced search. So you can search for leads or accounts with this advanced search functionality. So in my example, I'm going to search for leads. You can enter in your keywords, you can enter in the geography, and you can define the relationship, as well as many other things such as the industry, maybe language, title, years of experience, and so forth. So what this gives me an indication is the search that I'm looking for at the minute, which is very general, will bring me back over 140,000. So if you click the search button, then it will bring everyone back here that's categorized by that. Some other functionality to be aware of within Sales Navigator is the point drive presentation. So from here, you can package and share sales content in a way that's better for both yourself and the seller. So they can see the content without ever having to download anything, and you can actually track who has viewed what. So in terms of the functionality, what you can do is you can customize it by adding a title, background color, your contact information. You can also add in contacts such as files, URLs, videos, and maps, and you can add a description in to each attachment and a welcome message that introduces the presentation to the buyer. So what that looks like within Sales Navigator, over here is the point drive presentation button. So you simply go into the point drive presentation area and you're able to pick your presentation and edit it and modify it as wish. So here, this is where you would add in a title, you would change the color, and so forth. Okay, so in terms of licenses, the demonstration that I'm showing this morning, I'm using a team license. So to use the CRM integration with your sync, your widget, and your write back, you need to be on the team license as a minimum. So it's either team or enterprise license. You wouldn't get that with obviously a free license or an online pro. So in terms of the licenses per annum per user, it's a minimum of 8 licenses that you need to purchase for a team license, and per user it works out at €925 per annum. The next level up from that is the enterprise user, which works out at approximately €1,108 per annum. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to hand back to John Roddy to finish off the presentation.
Katrina, thank you very much. for that. Really informative, really gives it, hopefully the guys and girls got a good overview of the product and the power of it. What we are going to do after this session is follow up with a free workshop out in the new Microsoft building. So that would be something that we would encourage you guys to attend. And if there's no other questions or queries now, we'll end it there. Okay, so thank you everyone for your time. Really do appreciate you taking 30 minutes out to speak to us. And